favor?
What time we got?
3:30.
3:30 on the
Make a
nose.
motion to call the meeting open at 3:30. Okay. And so we've got the minutes. I just had them right here.
Everything. They look fine to me.
Yeah, I got them too.
Unless let's do them.
Everyone's good with them? I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes
I'll
from
second.
the March 27, 2024 meeting.
I'll make a second. Any, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. We got budgets, we're getting the sewer as soon as Lisa brings it. The assessor's budget, there, we'll be
We're
getting a
working
new
on it.
one. Animal control, we still don't have, she didn't show up, but,
She indicated that she's gonna be stopping by soon.
right,
Yeah.
and, you know,
Where, here, for the meeting?
No,
Or your
I
office?
think to my office and to Madeline,
Yeah.
during the day.
right, because she drives bus, so. So, and if she doesn't, then we'll just put it in the mountain. And selectmen are still working on their budget.
Yeah, we should have some more concrete numbers tomorrow night, hopefully, to make a determination on managed IT services in that direction, as well as looking at the tower, the leases, and then, thank you.
I
Lisa.
made you a few copies.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, thank you, Lisa.
Will be made at tomorrow's meeting?
Tomorrow's meeting will be looked at. I don't know if a final,
No, I'm sorry, the IT service.
tomorrow's meeting,
Yeah,
yep,
we
yep.
need another one. I'll make one.
Okay.
Give it.
And what were you saying about the tower?
Tower lease, we'll also have to make a determination on that.
You think it'll be done at tomorrow's meeting?
No, not by
Okay.
tomorrow's meeting.
Still under discussion.
Still under discussion, yeah. But other than that, those are the two things that have some moving parts to them.
Okay, does she have the new budget with the insurance premiums on it?
I believe she does, yep.
Thank you.
Mhm. Okay,
And this was where they amended the
what did they fix?
payroll to include the on-call payroll?
So on-call payroll is now been adjusted, okay? It also reflects a new hire that will be backfilling a position. And this new hire at a newer, potential new rate, subject to the approval of the selectmen, because this person was licensed. The person let the license lapse. However, we feel pretty confident that the person could get a grade 4 or higher license as a wastewater treatment operator within a short
Are they
period
gonna
of
be
time.
required to get it?
And they have to get it in order to get that rate that is before you. So if the person doesn't get that rate, they will be reduced to a lower rate.
And this is the final?
That is a final. It has not been approved yet by the sewer commissioners yet.
Great. Oh, Ray,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's available. Do you know if the selectmen been in to sign the warrant yet?
I'm not sure.
I cut a check for you to take with you to, the thing on
Oh,
Saturday.
no, they have not, they've
Okay.
not signed it yet.
So,
You can pick it up tomorrow.
Well,
pick it up tomorrow.
Sure.
That's what it said, you know, a check, so, I just wanted to tell you.
Okay,
Karen signed it and I signed it, so we had enough signatures and,
all right,
Jackie processed it through payroll,
okay, thank you.
okay?
Yeah.
All right, so then the next thing here, we got our articles. I figured I'd put the easy ones first. And this is what Don meant. See this here?
Let me check.
Don't put that in the article. That's why she has in parentheses.
Don't put that into the
Yeah.
article, the parentheses?
In accordance with the vote of May, because that's not the.
Okay, we didn't even put that in the article last time.
Right, that's what, she's saying, this is the article you should put on, just
Mhm.
take out what's in between.
Well, town council will review it, they'll let us know.
But it's referencing a wrong town meeting.
I don't know where we ever got that
Which one are
article
you guys
from.
looking at?
The second one.
Oh,
I don't even know where she got
Yeah,
that
well,
from.
we're doing the first anyways.
okay.
Where did that come from?
What? That's how it always was worded in the town meeting.
Not last year.
Because FinCom did it, because we pulled the budget out of the omnibus and it was never added in.
Okay, and we put it, in town council put it in under the article.
Last
Last
year?
year, yeah.
I don't know, I don't have last year's. Well, then why is she saying it wasn't,
I
why were you
know.
saying before it wasn't there?
It wasn't in 2022, but it was in 2023.
All right, so the first one is her, the treasurer's one for the Pine Grove Cemetery. For anybody that buys a lot, she gives the, you remember seeing on town meeting, it's an article. Ray's looking. Anybody that buys a building lot, it puts the there and she lists it, so that's her
Not a
article.
building lot, it's a
Cemetery,
burial lot.
that's,
Yeah,
you're lucky that I can even talk.
I just like to sit and listen to these two go.
Okay, so she's got 3 articles: to exceed, to accept the trust, and then the motion is with the names, and then the last one is to enter into compensating balance agreements during fiscal year '25. Those are her standard.
okay,
Now, the next one has to do with excess transportation. She doesn't have the amount, she's gonna check with Quabog. I don't think they know yet anyways, it's a little early. So this will be the article, because what's his, I thought that Steve Duff said how much they were anticipating, and I thought it was like 100,000. Am I wrong?
I don't know, I thought it was 50-something last year, but,
No, it's in his budget.
oh, okay.
I remember him mentioning it. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
So that's how it was worded last year.
Well, at least you remembered to put it in.
It's right there. So
Yeah.
I don't know how much they got.
Can I see that?
It seems to, do you have the school budget? Do you have the school budget? I see it. I'll give you one. Right here. There it is. I don't think that's me.
That's me.
Yeah, no, no.
This is, what am I looking at this?
So that's the wording that was put in last year to give us any excess in reimbursement for the.
That's what this should be, this should be.
That is what it is referencing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's talking about. I know he said how much it was, I don't remember.
So basically, the article is written where you don't need to put the amount, you can just put any excess over what you were given,
Right.
which
No, I think-
which was given by the state.
I thought Steve had said an amount, that's what I was.
Okay.
um,
What's
Yeah.
Saying,
this?
Yep.
Is what?
This one here is, this one
This one.
is about, yeah.
So it's additional money that the town will be receiving for anything above and beyond they get reimbursed for. I think they figured it at, what is it, 85% reimbursement? So if they get 90% reimbursement,
Talking about like ambulance and all that stuff?
no, for school
Oh,
transportation.
school transportation.
Yeah.
This just doesn't
So
stipulate
if they
that
get,
either.
if they get additional money than what they had originally budgeted for, then that, it'll come back to the town.
yeah. Warren finally caught on better late than never, so Whisperfield got it many years before we did.
Thanks. And that will be determined whether or not you guys have an article, or if you put
Oh,
it part of the omnibus
Yeah, we
budget.
haven't talked about whether we're gonna put it back in omnibus.
Okay. So like I said, I mean, there would be no need for Dawn's article if you're gonna have its own article right there, because it could be incorporated into the same article as it was last year.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is from Cable. Cable's the next one. Read it, it's gonna take you a few minutes. What are you looking at me for? I'm waiting for everybody to finish reading.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm here, don't worry. So this isn't town money, Ray,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, this is,
It's money that they get from Comcast.
right,
but we still have to vote. It's a bylaw, it's a bylaw, a town bylaw. The
okay,
Department of Revenue moved this. Years ago, we would just put the budget in and you didn't really have to vote. You know, they had a cap, but now it's a town bylaw, so you have to put it, when you're gonna increase it, you have to
okay,
have it, so that's,
yeah. it's-
yeah.
so
Well, we'll vote
there's-
on some of these,
Okay,
so, but just see if anybody had any questions. Yeah, so it's technically their money, so, yeah, Comcast gives them, so.
that's what I was gonna say, it didn't sound like this was doing anything to
Right.
The town.
the
Right,
town finances.
But it's an
or-
article, so it's
Yeah.
either we can support it or not support
Yeah.
it, so.
So they are still also required, as part of money that they do get through Comcast, they are also required to follow all the necessary, laws and procurement, regulations, on that money.
Okay,
Basically, I have to tell everybody where it's going.
Correct? And, if they're going to be buying equipment, they have to follow all of the procurement laws around that.
so do we have to make a motion on this?
We're gonna vote after.
Okay,
Some of these we're gonna vote on,
yeah,
and we'll, vote to approve, I
Okay.
figured we'd go through them first
Mhm.
and see. So, the next one, I got Parks and Recreation. I already tried to do that. Oh, this is different. Oh, my God. So there's 3 of them here. We'll talk separate about them.
Okay, that first one, we've already kind of covered, didn't we? Wasn't it in the, yeah,
No,
Did
We
we
didn't-
discuss that they were gonna put an article out too?
this is the article.
okay,
Yeah,
This is the article.
okay.
You got the
but we
wage
did talk,
classification.
in fact, they were gonna do
I
this.
don't, I can get it.
What do you need?
The wage, you don't have it. Can you get the wage
Yeah.
classification?
Oh.
Yeah, because I want to see where this fits in, 24.86 an hour, really. Just drive me to drink. That's what I said to Jackie.
Number 3.
I told Jackie, I says, yeah, don't drive me to drink. And she says something. I said, I don't drink, so don't worry about it.
Number 3 is interesting.
But that's what I said, oh my God.
That's what I knew that, as soon as I saw it, I said, that's what her response was.
Future use for what?
I'm gonna have to love that building, but.
Thank you. So she's saying part-time administrative support. Step 3.
What's a step 1?
For next year would be 2275. I'm putting her in with the administrative assistant in the Board of Health, because it says it's administrative.
Mm-hmm. Why
Or,
would you bring somebody in at this,
No, I-
step 3?
I think it needs to be based on their, you don't know who you're gonna get. I've had this conversation with Parks. They feel as though that they need to find somebody around the $25 mark. And they need to find somebody that's gonna be willing to do the job. They feel as though that the market, is very competitive and that they can, for the limited number of hours that this person is gonna work, and the amount of money that they're gonna make, they need to pay the person around that $25 an hour mark.
What's step 2?
step 2 is a 2414.
Again, we're basing steps off of people's qualifications, so we don't even know who's going to apply,
Well, we don't have even a job description.
and you don't have a job
So-
description.
That's the thing that we need, is a job description
Mhm.
of what this job is.
Mhm.
Because how can you classify them? It may be more like the secretary or,
Mhm.
we have a C2 and a C3, it may be the C3,
Mhm.
so. All right. So I'll email Sue.
Okay.
Okay, are you guys okay with that?
Yeah,
All right. The next one,
Wait, can we go back on that?
this is the first one we're just voting on.
Oh, not on the second one, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
we're gonna
you
do
were
the
doing
second
both.
one
Okay.
next.
Mhm.
To see if the town will vote 25,000 to the Parks Rec. They started that last year, and that was the vote. I remember Sue got up and talked that they were
Yeah.
gonna put so much money in every year.
You.
To build it up.
Yeah, that also could be part of our, capital planning as well. Budget type of deal. So what you will also see in here is you'll see that there's some, I think Highway also has, some of their requests were also part of the capital budget requests that they've had. This one in particular didn't make it, she didn't submit to capital budget, but, capital planning should also be made aware that they're looking to put an additional 25 in from last year.
Well, you got that, so you're both on capital planning,
yeah,
so.
what do they currently have?
25.
Just the
25.
25
It
from
just
last
started
year?
last year.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think, I'll take this to capital planning
Okay.
Okay.
next week.
So
Mhm.
is
Because-
capital planning going to vote on this, or are we voting? That's what I need to know.
Well, I mean.
Because capital planning is gonna come to us anyway, so is it gonna
Correct.
be in yours, or is it gonna be taking it from here?
I think you could probably put it in the capital planning.
I think it should go to capital planning.
And I'll cross it right up.
Mhm. So Ray, you'll bring that to the
Yeah.
cap, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, like, you know, we'll vote on it when you bring capital planning, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. And to see if the town will vote to purchase the property at 947 Main Street for future park use. That's an easy one.
Yeah,
We'll come back and take the votes.
Yep.
okay.
I don't think that one needs much discussion. All right, this is the police department. He did tell us that he wanted a new officer, so, yeah, we'll come back and take votes. Right. They still, this, pay architect insights for drafting, I forget how much that was. 1,000 something, wasn't it?
a
1,600,
couple.
1,400?
Couple thousand maybe?
For the lights? For
No,
the
for the-
ins-
For
This
the
is downtown.
drawings.
Oh, pay auction for the
Yeah,
draft.
I know you got the information in your office, right?
Karen does, Karen
You
has,
gave it all to Karen?
yeah, she has the bills. I think I have copies of it as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to know the amount,
Mhm.
because I'm just about fed up with that too. All right, set up an account to fund ADA compliance for a town buildings fund such an account. So why wouldn't this be through capital planning?
Yeah, that could be through capital planning, and we're doing a study right now, so we're not even at that point right now to do any of this discussion, because the study hasn't come back yet. I think that would, at best, it would be in the fall.
Okay.
So we're crossing that off.
Yep.
Now, I heard discussion, because I watched the meeting
Yeah.
after the fact on the next one.
Mhm.
25,000 for repairs to Shepherd Building. I know they suggested that it just be a line item. We can put that in the budget if that's, everybody's agreeable to it.
For the Shepherd Building and the senior center, this
Yeah.
is? They both need repairs for 25,000.
Well, everybody does,
Well, everybody, I would say
Yeah.
repair and maintenance.
right. So
Yeah,
what
that's-
happens for the last couple of years, we've had, what, 2 or 3? I don't know.
Articles.
Articles for
Mhm.
repairs for the
Right.
building.
Uh-huh.
And usually, once an article is, if you continue to do it, the next year becomes a line item.
Yeah, that
But
makes
these
sense.
were specific
Yeah.
Projects.
projects.
Right.
So if, anyways, we
I
can.
think you're right.
So,
Be a line item, change it to a line item, just
okay,
maintenance
and
and
we'll put it
repair.
under the selectmen.
And, you know, if we could.
I'm gonna put town building,
Town buildings, general town buildings.
Yeah,
So,
Town
so there's
building.
no restriction.
Yeah,
maintenance and repairs. Okay, so I will take that and add it into the selectmen's budget.
Okay.
But that's the thing, usually, you'll notice like for, I don't know if you noticed when, in the highway department, that $5,000 that they wanted for the, stuff for the parks department, they wanted the, what do you call that stuff?
Gravel,
Not the gravel, but the chip stuff for the, what do you call
wood
it?
chips.
For the ground, for the kids to play on. stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I know
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, it was an article last year, but when he spoke about it, that he wanted this as a line item, so,
This year it should be a line
right,
item.
so I
Yeah.
added it into their budget
Got it.
already, because
Mhm.
that's how it was talked to at town meeting,
Mhm.
yep.
so. The wage classification study, we already know.
Do you know how much that's costing?
Yes, so I did have a quote, it's going to the selectmen for Thursday's meeting. The quote is initially around $25,000,
Holy crap.
and it's based off of positions. So the more positions you have, the more costly it will be.
Mhm.
And I think we have 35 positions.
Why would it go up?
If positions, you know, weren't on here on the wage scale, that had
Got
they
added
had
after the
asked, you know, added after the fact. So the, let me see if I can pull up the email I have here. I can pull up, it's from the Collins Center. So based on 45 titles. So the Collins Center will provide a scope of services presented in this proposal for an all-inclusive fee of $25,000 based on 45 titles, price subject to change if the number of titles increase.
Okay.
The center will invoice the town for the full amount, delivery of the final report. And the overview, the Collins Center understands that the town of Warren is interested in a proposal to review and develop a modern and comprehensive classification and compensation system. The center will analyze the current classification and compensation system in use for positions included in the study and will recommend modifications to best address the needs of the town. Update job descriptions will be drafted to ensure accuracy and legal compliance, and compensation system will be recommended that reflects the labor market and the needs of Warren. Based on the existing positions and grade chart that I sent to them, the center representatives, the town wishes to review 45 titles. A significant refinement of the number of titles may impact the budget of the proposal. So that's just to give you an idea. So I think it's, $500 a title.
Okay.
So there's a possibility that I may be able to get a grant for this.
Oh,
A community compact cabinet grant, which we will be available come the fall. So there's a strong possibility I may be able to get this covered.
that'd be great.
However, if I can't get the
Yeah,
grant,
you need it.
it's a competitive grant. We were successful 2 years ago. I was successful 2 years ago in getting the grant. I'm hopeful that I can
Well,
get the
you're very
grant.
good at that.
I don't know, but I can't, hopey cap on it.
Mm-hmm.
So this study needs to be done because our current wage scale is set to expire next fiscal year,
Mhm.
in fiscal year '25, the end of fiscal year '25.
Okey-dokey. Bylaw change to include the town administrator.
What does that mean?
So, as part of the Department of Revenue's recommendation, one of their recommendations was to codify the position of town administrator by a bylaw. And what that means is that currently I operate through a job description and an employment contract with the Board of Selectmen. So the position of town administrator is not codified anywhere.
Okay.
So if the town wants to, at the end of my contract, if I was to leave, and, a new selectman came in, they don't necessarily have to appoint a town administrator. This would codify the position for years to come.
Okay. So this
And-
isn't
and it-
costing anything, it's just,
No.
it's just an.
And it would also establish what the roles and the responsibilities of that town administrator should be, moving forward.
Makes sense.
Okay. 5,200 for the new phones for town.
No, you don't have to put that on that.
Money to have legal research. The
I don't-
ownership
I
of
don't
South
know.
Lawn
It's not-
Cemetery.
Yeah, I don't know where that, just on the 5,200 for the phones, I've done an analysis, and I think we have some additional ARPA money that has, on some projects that have not needed the entire amounts on.
Oh.
So I think we're gonna be able to I'm gonna propose to the selectmen that we use some of the final ARPA money to get some new phones. New phones for the town. It's not a guarantee, but that's what I'm gonna ask the selectmen for, so I don't anticipate needing an article unless they tell me they want an article.
Okay. So money for the South Warren Cemetery.
That, that came up a few months ago at a selectmen's meeting. I don't know if it was necessary signaled to have an article on, but, I guess the
Well,
ownership.
Probably the legal fees,
Uh,
haven't researched, because.
Yeah, I mean, the ownership of the South Warren Cemetery, I guess, is in question. They're not sure of who owns it, and who has rights to it.
What is it, private land, they think?
It very well could be.
Well, that's what I'm
It-
asking.
We've been
yeah,
putting a
yeah.
lot of money into that last
Yeah,
couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
it's
So
the
that-
historical commission that
Yeah.
really should be looking at that. I don't know.
So that's a question mark.
I don't know if, I never heard a directive from the selectmen that I recall that asked us from this. I just got this list from Karen today, so.
Okay. And then the new account for the payment of phones.
So I don't know if that necessarily has to happen like that. If we do get a new phone system from Verizon, it will be on a one bill, and it will be broken up by departments, from what I'm told. And the departments could potentially just sign off on their portion of the bill and pay for it out of their normal expense. So I don't think you necessarily need to do that unless you wanted to put all the phones under the control of the selectmen. And in that case, then, I would recommend that the finance committee then maybe look at, reducing the expense line of every department.
Yeah,
I think it should just stay in theirs.
stay in the selectmen's.
No, stay in the
In the departments?
Yeah. That way they have it, because it's already in their budget, otherwise we're going back and cutting
Yeah.
everybody's budget. The one that I wrote down here, article for the school assessment for Quabog, that's not here.
We can put that back on, if you want to put it back on.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
What
We
is
said that to the assessment for Quabog. Remember, were you here? Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't put it on in the fall. We voted against it. It got shot down at town meeting because they
Mhm.
followed our recommendation. So,
Yeah,
so I don't remember what the verbiage said.
so pulling it out of the
No,
omnibus,
no,
no.
no. This is, we were going to take 35,000, wasn't it, Jim?
Yeah.
Oh,
35,000
Yeah,
to get that assessment done of Quabog.
right.
But again, we're gonna have to circle back around with Mr. Duff and with the school committee
Right.
to ensure that they're going to cooperate with this assessment,
I
because,
don't think.
I think that's the big problem. They don't want
But
any
it-
part of us
my-
doing this.
But my opinion is, I don't
Mhm.
think the information that's available under the Freedom of Information Act,
Mhm.
we should be able to get enough information for a study to get done. DESE, Department of Education, Secondary Elementary Education, they have to do a big report for them at the school.
Mhm.
All their expenditures, I don't know how big it is, but it's pretty big, right? They, contracts, all we could do is send a letter, get their contracts, everybody's contracts for the school. Then enrollment, anything, that's town meeting report, should be the enrollment and this and that, what everybody gets paid. I mean, I don't know what else you're gonna need, it's gonna give you all the teachers,
Mhm.
what else are they gonna need?
well, they need cooperation.
No, but I'm asking you
Yeah.
what they need, because I'm putting this on, this is a go.
Okay.
I'm just saying, whatever, I don't know what they need to cooperate with them about. They should be able to supply them under the Freedom of Information Act.
Everything
How
they
many
need.
classes do you have? How many kids in each class? That's public information. So I don't know what that's why I'm asking you,
Well,
what do you think that we
This is,
can't
this
get?
is, this is, it's not what I think, it's what the Collins Center informed me of, and they were very clear to me, and they said, if there's no cooperation and they don't want us to have access to do interviews or to talk to people or to share information,
That's-
this study is not
Right.
going to work.
I don't care about interviews. I think all we need is their audit, last couple of years audit, whatever. That's the information to me, is the amount of money. What they have to say and this and that, to me, is not part of the assessment.
Well, I
That's
think,
my
I
opinion.
think then the town needs to develop a clear scope of what they want the Collins Center to look at for this assessment.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, because I think there's a good chance the school's going to ignore it.
Well, they're not gonna do anything, but like I'm saying, to me, I'm looking at this as financial,
Mhm.
okay? Now, all that information's available.
Right.
And it's available under the Freedom of Information Act. That's how I see it.
Uh-huh.
Enrollment, whatever, is enrollment up, is enrollment down, whatever, how many kids, you know, then they got their audit reports. You know,
Yeah, no.
that's public information.
Yeah.
The report they have to do for DESI is public information. Their contracts, everybody's contracts, teachers, Duff's, anybody up there's got that's all public information.
Right.
I'm not worried about whether they're happy up there or what needs to be done up there. I just want to know,
If they're wasting money.
right. That's me. What do you say, Ray? I know you're thinking over there.
Yeah, there's too many, what do I want to say? I don't think it would be an effective use of the money to get that study done right now. With the regionalization question.
Oh, that ain't going anywhere.
looming, I know, but
I
until
don't care
it's-
about that.
Yeah. It, but not only do I think it won't be helpful, because we can look at it, we can look at their finances enough to get a sense as to whether or not money's being spent properly or not. But I'm also suspicious that such a study could end up backfiring in that it would give the school, the way that public education is set up nowadays is such that the system is oriented towards an inordinate amount of funding and support for what really needs to be done to educate kids. And so, for example, they've been asking for the last couple of years for more paraprofessionals. And anybody who's in academia, like someone from the Collins Center, is gonna support that completely. And they're probably gonna say, you don't need just 4 more paraprofessionals, you need 8 more. Which is just gonna be fuel for the school to say, you see how we're underfunded. You see how we're underfunded. So the whole system is oriented towards support and funding and just basically, you taxpayers pony up, because if you don't, civilization as we know it's going to collapse. So I don't think there's anything that's going to be gained from the town's perspective as any kind of leverage over the school system.
Right.
And then on top of that, it's simply going to exacerbate the already strained relationships that exist between.
Well, I'm just saying this. I understand what you're saying, but when I go out there and I look for this silver star they have,
Right.
and I showed you, right? How many was it? The teacher-student ratio, 10 or 12 to 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a problem.
I-
That's a problem.
I understand.
That's where I'm coming from.
Right.
So if they're happy, they're proud that they have this, then they need to explain to the townspeople why
Right.
their teacher-student ratio is 12 to 1. That's what I'm saying.
Point I want to make is, we have some new administration over there
Right?
who seems to want to work with the town.
Yeah.
So maybe this will, be a total negative against him working with us if we do this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean.
It's just
agreeing with
gonna
you. Yeah,
exacerbate.
I think that he came to the meeting here. We never had anybody in his position come here before.
Yeah.
So I think he's willing to work with the town, so even if
Yeah,
we
I
put
don't-
this off a year or whatever and see how it goes.
Yeah, we can just,
I don't feel spending the money for the study is gonna be efficacious.
I may be able to get a grant. I'm not, I don't mean to say that,
Yeah, no.
Have we ever- have
but there's a possibility that I could potentially get two community
Yeah.
compact grants, and maybe they would fund that.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know
I mean,
if they do it.
if they do, they're gonna want communication and cooperation.
Oh, yeah.
But if they're not gonna get it, then no sense to take it. Let somebody else get it. Okay. Highway Department.
I mean, would you support it if I got a grant?
I would be against it. Only just because I think it's new out there.
Right, I'm speaking from the I'm not speaking out of a personal appeal.
Mhm.
Any dollar we spend as a town, is it good for the town or bad for the town?
Mhm.
Is it effective or not? And so, that's where I'm coming from.
Okay.
It's $30,000 or $25,000, whatever it is,
Mhm.
that I'd rather
Spend
use
on
it,
something
I'd
else.
rather use it to put in new park ground equipment.
Okay, all right,
It-
fair enough.
That's where I'm coming from.
Okay, all right.
Is the financial aspect of it.
Okay.
Okay. Now, highway, number one. Take from capital stabilization, now this is yours, so why aren't ours?
What's that?
Article one.
Yeah, this
That's
would
for
be
you.
capital.
No, that's for,
It says capital stabilization.
correct, but that is for the dump truck that has already been paid?
Oh, that's right.
This is just to.
Oh,
fix
this
it.
is not
just to-
one of the ones that he was
Yeah.
bringing up. Okay.
Yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's already been
I don't
done?
need to remember all this stuff. No, it hasn't been done. Well, the truck's here, but this hasn't been done.
Oh, but it has been paid for you.
Oh, yes, it has been paid for,
Okay.
yes.
How they did, now, how
I
did that
don't
happen?
even,
Okay.
that made my day really good,
I'm
too.
sure it made your
You know,
week.
it just, my life here has just been,
I
full,
got you.
full of jelly. Okay, the second one, from receipts reserved for appropriation to purchase stump grinder. This is the money that, the highway department gets from the school for plowing for the town.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it goes into a receipts reserve for appropriation, that's what the account's called. The money's put in there, and then the town votes to let them spend it, so.
Article 3 is on for capital,
Yeah, that's capital.
capital planning.
Okay.
Transfer 5,000 from what? From whatever you decide, right?
From the highway equipment fund.
To their auction surplus account? And then, so will Article 3, will FinCom say that that's under the auspices of capital planning?
It's over 25,000.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Are you gonna send them an email, or you want me to, or?
No, you can take care of
Okay,
it.
all right.
Those two,
All right.
This
Yeah,
one we're
that
gonna
other
vote on.
one. We'll take
And
that
then,
capital.
And then Article 1 is also capital planning.
right, so he wants to purchase it full, that's for the
Yeah,
whole
okay.
price. Okay, so we'll look at the fire department, and then we'll go and make some motions. So, ambulance billing is gonna be a special.
That's a
town meeting.
special town meeting article.
Now. The rest could be, the first two could be special if you wanted. I don't see where that's a capital.
No, that's not a capital.
Right, no, I'm just saying. Depends on how the selectmen are looking to,
I would say that those would be ATM articles.
and are you talking about raising and appropriating?
I gotta look at the position of the financial position. Those would not be raised. I'm gonna try to avoid raising appropriate.
Okay, so, all right. All right, so let's go through. So the first one doesn't need our approval. And on the second one, for the treasurer, for the Quabog Regional Assessment for the transportation, I'll make a motion to recommend this
No.
article.
Now, could this be put, instead of an article, put it back in omnibus?
This is extra money we're getting back.
Okay.
This isn't expenditure, we're getting cash back.
Got it, okay, oh, right, okay, all right.
Because this is from the previous year, because
Okay,
that's why they don't know yet until.
okay.
all
You
the
may
numbers
not
are-
need an article if you take it out of the omnibus, is what I'm saying.
We've always put it on after the fact, the amount of what it is, so the townspeople know how much we got.
Last year,
always
you
been-
didn't do that.
I don't have the thing here.
It's right here. It just says anything in
No, that's
excess
not-
of that amount.
It would be done at the fall, fall special.
Oh, it wouldn't be in the annual?
No.
Because this is,
That-
this is what.
That's what it says, right?
Yeah,
But when the dollar amount is known, what it is, it's on the fall special.
I don't remember it,
Or
though.
spring special, this would be spring.
I don't recall seeing it, that's all I said, that's all I know.
Okay. Do you remember seeing that? And I remember the moderator saying, of course we're not gonna vote no, we're getting money back. Do you guys remember that? Ray, you've been to so many?
They blend together?
Yeah, it's one of those, I don't remember explicitly, but
Right,
it's, yeah, it's kind of a,
right.
it's just, it's a,
So you're gonna put a separate article regardless?
She's gonna give us the dollar amount.
Okay.
That's why I'm saying, that's just saying, telling them we want the excess money. When they give Dawn the figure, then we put it on.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so should we recommend, or you just don't want to do anything? I think we should recommend.
yeah, I support recommending
Okay,
this,
so we're gonna recommend.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now,
I think last year they didn't give her the figure, that's why it didn't get on the, on our article.
well, last year was a mess too, remember?
Mm.
We couldn't even get the breakdown on debt. We knew how much it was, but we didn't have the breakdown. Okay, so cable is asking to increase their cap from 30 to 50. So, anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we recommend this
I'll second.
at the annual meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
So, you know which one that is, right? Write your little recommend next to it, right?
Who did the motion to accept the
I did.
did you do?
I
it?
seconded it.
Thank you. Just check.
Okay, so on the parks there, we need more information, so there's nothing there.
Right.
So you're gonna email her?
I got it, yeah, here,
Okay.
put it in my pile to do, and then the stabilization you're taking care of, and,
That's
I-
going to capital planning?
Yep, I'll take that to capital.
and, I
Number
have
three?
no idea
I
what to
have-
say
I have
on
no
that.
words on that one.
Me
I
either.
think
I mean,
that's-
that's nothing that they have,
I think that's
it's
way out
very,
of
it would be very technical.
You don't even have a price
But
on it, so
what
I
I-
would even say yes.
But we'll do this, okay? I'll make the motion. If number 3 on the Parks and Rec articles for ATM comes up to purchase the property at 947 Main Street, I do not recommend this article. No recommendation.
I second.
Do not recommend,
I don't recommend it. It says no. No,
Okay.
we don't recommend.
not even knowing what the price would be or anything? Okay.
And so who made the motion?
I second it.
I made the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, we didn't have to build them like we needed a hole in our head.
I love that building.
I understand.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but I'm with you on this one.
Okay. Police officer.
I'll make a motion to recommend this one.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm not sure. I'm just gonna abstain.
So is that considered a 2-1?
2-1 vote.
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. 2 yes, 1 abstain.
Okay.
So it would be recommended. That's all you, yeah. You don't have to put, it's just for our minutes.
That's just our minutes. That's-
Our
yeah,
minutes,
yeah,
and this
yeah,
would
just-
be
it's
recommended.
Yes.
Okay. And, okay, the selectmen. I think we recommended it last year. This is a prior year bill, and I know Mr.
Which one?
Number one,
Number one.
the chair doesn't want to pay these. So, but, I guess we need to decide whether we're gonna recommend or not recommend.
Has
Well,
it been-
you voted last year to pay these.
I know we did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm, asking,
Did we do this again? If we did
but
it last
because,
year?
because they didn't pay them,
Oh, no, I'm
right?
just asking.
Yeah, so, it's an old bill, my opinion.
Oh,
It's
oh,
something
oh,
that
got
the
it.
town has paid.
It was proposed to be put on as an article. There was pushback against it, there was confusion about it, so it just didn't get put on
Got
the
it.
warrant. And I think it should get put on the warrant and paid
Okay.
myself.
I'm big on paying bills.
Yeah,
All right, so, somebody want to make a recommendation?
I'll make a motion that we recommend paying Architectural Insights for their work that they have done.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And number 2, we crossed off. The Shepherd Building Center, I'm gonna move that to the omnibus. The wage classification, I'll make a motion to approve, $25,000 for a wage classification compensation study, which is well overdue.
And
Yeah.
I'll second that.
All
Wait,
in
wait,
favor?
wait, give me a second.
Mhm.
1, 4. Madeline,
Yep.
motion, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, okay. The bylaw change, to include the town administrator, we don't really have to vote on it, there's no
No
money
money.
involved. If we wanna say we recommend that it's a good idea, I think we could say
Yeah,
that.
I think it's an excellent idea.
What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, I agree with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
I will
what
make
would
a
you put with that? Yeah,
recommendation
okay.
to recommend the bylaw change for the town administrator.
Okay.
Second,
Yeah, I'll second that, yeah,
all
sorry.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And money for South Warren, we don't know what's going on with that, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, now we're on to highway.
Okay, and we're not doing the 35,000 for assessment of,
No,
okay.
all right, so somebody want to make a motion on number 2 on the highway?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we recommend article number 2 for that transfer.
Is there a second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'll make a recommendation for number 4 to transfer from the highway equipment fund to their auction and surplus equipment line account.
I'll second.
For 5. All in favor?
Aye.
Ray, Article 3 and 1, you're gonna bring to capital planning?
Yeah,
Just want to make sure I put my stuff.
And what about Article 1?
You said
crossed
one,
out.
3 and 1, you just
that,
said
no,
that was
capital
gonna go to
planning.
capital as well.
You just said
No,
capital.
no, that is,
Oh, that's, because I crossed it off.
Oh, I thought you just said,
Oh,
No, that's something different. That's,
you're just bringing
Right.
3,
No,
you're just bringing
no,
3
no.
to capital planning.
oh, okay,
you're just taking 3. I crossed it off.
3 and 1 at the bottom.
yes.
Oh, 1 at the bottom, oh, I see what you're saying, okay.
Yeah.
Article 1.
I know. Thank you for reminding me, because I crossed it off. All right. So, I gotta get the exact verbiage on that. 'Cause it's, we'll make the recommendation, and I'll give Jim, because he's the one that does this, the exact verbiage, because it's a specific stabilization. It may say Western Star, but I don't know. So I will make a motion to transfer from the Western Star Capital Stabilization Fund, $125,000.
Western Star Stabilization Fund?
I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure of the
All right,
verbiage.
I'll just leave that
Yes.
out, I'll just leave that out, okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
So
Okay.
that's recommended.
Yes,
And that's gonna be on the special?
I would do it on a special.
Yeah.
Well, he's got, oh, yeah, he didn't put, yeah.
I'm putting it on special.
No, I thought this said special, I just, is he town special? He had special meetings, see, that's what I was referring to.
But these are not all on the special, the 4 is not on the special.
Well, 2 will be on the special, and 4 will be on the
Yeah.
special.
2 and 4 both special.
Yeah, so they're all on the special,
Okay.
you know, which we didn't, did we look at the others?
So 1, 2, and 4 will all be on
The special.
the
Right.
special.
And this is a special, because she had it highlighted, and this is annual for cable. Yeah, we need more information, so I gotta put that.
Those
there.
are all annual.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta put it here, because I have to email Sue.
That's an annual.
Yeah, I'm reading. And where do you think you're gonna put architectural insights?
Special.
Let's back up here. Which one are you doing?
And what are you up to there now?
Selectmen.
Treasurer is all town.
Those are, well,
You're marking which one's a special, I just want to make
yes,
sure I'm on the same
well,
page.
this one says special right on there. The second one. This is always annual. See, she's got it highlighted up at the top in bold, annual.
Got it,
And then this one says special.
got it.
Okay.
Cable is,
Is always annual, and it says annual.
okay.
And the police said
Parks.
annual. Oh, yeah, parks I moved to the side, because I could. So, there's really nothing on there for us to decide
It's
on
all
anyways.
annual.
But it
Okay.
will be annual.
Okay.
And
Police.
then,
Annual.
Police is
Yeah.
annual.
and then now we're on the selectmen, so architectural insights will be the special. The senior center, that money's going into the omnibus. Where you put in the wage classification.
Annual.
Bylaw change would be annual.
Annual.
Okay,
So that's all annual.
yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Now we're on the last one.
What we do with highway? Oh, we got that one already, okay.
Yep. So all we got left is Adams. So that's where we're at.
And number 4 is special town meeting.
Yeah, well,
Number 4 is special, yeah.
you said annual for the first 2, and then the EMT position would be the annual also, so.
So the last item will be special town meeting. And the first 3 will be annual.
I'll make a motion on number 4 to, and I'm not sure where it's coming from, but that's, he's got appropriate or transfer, whatever the verbiage is, from the ambulance, 2,500 to the ambulance billing line to cover their billing service to the.
So I'll have to find $2,500 if I can't find it within this budget.
And I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, because, well, that's the thing, if there's money, they can do a transfer. So that's why I said appropriate or transfer, depends on what.
It's gonna be a transfer.
Right.
From 1, 2, and 3?
Well, yeah, we're gonna do them separate, so. Anybody want to talk about number 1?
I think you have to be very hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like it's a kind of required
Yeah.
thing, so,
Anybody want to?
he was here and talked about it,
Mhm.
if I remember,
Yeah.
and he made, yeah, we had quite a bit of discussion about it. I'll reluctantly make a recommendation that we approve this.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, this one he hadn't talked to us about, the second one.
And this is for the exhaust system, so,
Exhaust system of what?
of the trucks. So as they pull into the bay, they rely on air compression to continually fill the removal of the boots that fit around the exhaust piping of the apparatus. The system is nearing 20 years old and needs to be upgraded to magnetic boots. So currently, the magnetic boots would simply kick off because they're magnetic. They would be easily taken off of the pipes of the apparatus, the exhaust pipes, and it's to prevent carbon monoxide from getting into the
It's inside.
inside the
Yeah,
building.
I just wanted to make sure you understood,
Oh,
so
no,
the
yeah.
the truck and
Yeah.
Yep.
that it's inside. so.
So the system right now is, you have to manually put them on. It's an old system, it's a 20-year plus old system. And, some of them have holes in some of the piping, so they need to be replaced.
I'll make a motion to recommend Article number 2
I'll
for the
second.
exhaust removal system.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Last one, somebody wants to make a motion on a full-time firefighter EMT.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Is there a second?
Didn't he just lose somebody?
Well, he's just out, yeah,
He's short.
yeah, he's
Of
short.
the coverage.
We can put it off to the next meeting if you want, right?
Let's see if I have a note here.
I know there was something else I was supposed to do. Are you gonna get the amount from Karen for the architectural insight?
Sure.
Okay. I'll just, I knew I had 2 things.
Was Dennis full-time or part-time?
Dennis was on call,
on
He
call.
was just on call.
yeah.
Yeah. We can put it off till next meeting, right, if you want? So you can think about it.
Yeah, let me think about it some more.
Okay.
It's a tough. Yeah, let me review my notes and think about it some more.
Well, plus I'll give you some more information to help you think. So anyways, that takes care of that. So under new business, Ray and Jim wanted estimated revenues. So,
Thank you.
Ray? Thank you.
Do you have a PDF of this or a Word version of this by any chance?
No, it's an Excel,
Excel? You have an Excel version?
I think so.
Okay, you can email it to me.
Why, what do you want it for?
No, I'd like to keep it as a digital copy too.
I think I have it, I might have deleted
Okay.
it, I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyways, what this is telling you, Ray, when we do the tax rate in the fall, okay, that is, we see fiscal year '22 estimated revenue, that's what we put in.
Yep.
The first column, the very first one, okay? That's how we do to set the tax rate. We have to estimate.
Yep.
The only two, well, the lottery and the veterans benefits and those should be actual, but one year we got cut a whole month, but from there down to the end, those, not the real estate, the sewer indirect costs, those are actuals, okay? And what happened that year, why the estimated was off on exemptions and blinds, we got more, I don't know, maybe the paperwork, whatever. So you can see veterans and that, veterans will change, because they tell us, but it's like a year behind,
Okay,
okay? So, the personal and real estate taxes, that is to make the budget equal, okay?
okay,
It's not, we can't say, okay, we want to raise 7,500,000 or 7 million.
yep,
You don't go and add into your estimated receipts.
okay.
So this is the budget, this is what we got estimated, this is, we know what we're getting from the lottery,
Yep,
we know we're getting the sewer direct costs, and the taxes is what's left. That's how it goes. That's why it's hard to try to figure out a tax rate. Everybody, it's 1 and 1 is 2. This is how much money we raised. This is the valuation of the town. This is the tax rate.
yep,
Okay? It's backwards. So he wanted me to do 3 years, and it's just an actual for this. Jim wanted me to do, did it over 1, 2, 3 years to come up with an estimate for 25,
okay.
based on,
But we didn't put the estimate in yet, right, for 25?
what did it wear?
These are what,
It says
No, this is what you wanted me to do.
Right, right,
You
right.
wanted me to take the 3 years of what we estimated for revenue, divided by 3, and
Right.
this is just that estimate.
That's, yeah,
The
right.
tax rate recap doesn't even start till the fall.
Correct, right.
This is what you wanted.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see, but, I mean, so the 25 estimate we can put in the fall.
This isn't gonna be it.
Yeah, right, I know,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You told me to take the 3 years.
3 years average.
Right,
Yeah.
average, it's an average. That has nothing to do what is gonna hit this year.
Right,
That's all. So, actual revenue for '24 through the end of December
that's what I asked
was
for. Yeah,
5,509,000.
yeah.
So, I know that's what you wanted to see, Ray, so if you
Yep.
I just wanted to see if you had any questions on anything.
what constitutes investment income?
That is from the treasurer for interest.
Do you have any insight as to why it jumped up so much in '23 and why we estimated so much in '24?
We don't well, you're talking miscellaneous?
No,
No,
investment in
right above
business.
that, the
Okay,
investment
yeah, I
income.
know, I'm gonna
Okay.
find it here, investment. I asked Dawn because Jim had said something to me, she told me she has a very good interest rate, that's all she told me, so. I went in and looked,
Interest rate for.
I mean, not an interest, yeah.
I should have gotten that kind of increase.
You know, because Jim had said something for me, and I looked it up, and that's what has been coming through in the interest, on the
Okay.
monthly interest. So, that was the actual. So see, the estimated was at 73.
And it jumped-
right.
73.
We had a
300.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah, we had a nice boost there.
So whatever, wherever, whatever.
Okay.
So
all right.
that's why the estimated is 128.
I'd
And
like,
we have-
I'd like to follow up with the treasurer on that
Right.
a little bit
Yeah,
more.
sure.
So anyways, we have actually received 87,312.
This year,
Yes.
so far, for half the year, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good.
That's what's posted in the interest. The miscellaneous. I know you're doing investment income, that's what's posted, year to date. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'm just telling you,
Mhm.
I told you you need to see her, I don't know, that's all I do is post what the cash book tells me to
I
post.
understand that.
And how
Okay.
she's got it invested and why she's getting such big interest, I don't have a clue.
I want to know what she thinks.
Well, it's the town's money, so they
I'm
have a little
joking.
bit more than us, so.
Yeah, I know.
So whether that's gonna be the same for next year, I
Yeah.
can't tell you, Ray. That's all I'm saying is that Jim said to me, take the average over 3 years and do that. And
Yeah.
that's all it's saying,
Okay,
you know,
Try to identify trends.
yeah.
so.
Do we have any, is motor vehicle excise first line on there?
Mhm.
Do we get more in the second half of the year than the
The-
first half?
The commitment just went out, Ray. You just had it paid by the end of March. The commitment didn't come out till February.
Doesn't come out till February.
Yeah, that's why it's not in there.
So
This
this
through
is
December.
only revenue up until December 31st
Right.
of last year.
And it's annual, so yeah, most of it comes in.
We just got the bill. I just
in
paid
the s-
mine.
In the second half, okay.
Yeah. The bill came out in February and it was due March 31st.
Okay,
So that's where the big hit's gonna come from.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is helpful, thank you.
Yeah, so the ambulance, you know, like I said, is,
That's a tough one, it's a loser.
and,
Yeah, but unfortunately necessary evil.
But our actuals are better than our estimates on that line.
what's that, the ambulance?
They
Yeah.
happen.
We're getting.
We're conservative,
Yeah,
Mm.
which is good,
Yeah.
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 Well, we used to be pretty conservative on the motor vehicles, but things were going booming and then the stuff, and
Yep.
you can tell it hit, and then.
Because that's where, that's where you can run into a problem if you're estimating,
It's an
more.
estimate.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, if you're estimating, it's always good to, get more than you anticipated
Right.
in, not less than what you anticipated.
Right,
So, I mean, that's what that was. Like I said, I just wanted to explain it to you so you understood that,
Yep, thank
what
you.
everything is. So, just the lottery and veterans, the state-owned land and the sewer and direct costs, those are what we should get. That's it. Those are the only ones.
Yep.
Everybody else, it is a game, as to what. But those should be definite.
okay.
1 year we did get cut on our lottery and that, so that did happen once when I was here, but that was the only time.
Okay,
And, and I put the indirect cost should have stayed the same, even though they got a different budget, so. So, anybody else have any new business? Okay, so, just trying to get this, so we just get done shortly.
So capital planning is meeting on Tuesday at 4, right?
Correct.
So the only stuff that we're, technically that we're waiting for, we already recommended that, is the part-time administrator. I got to email Sue.
Who are you talking about, Parks?
Yeah, Parks. And we already recommended the window, so I'm not worried about that.
Animal control, too.
Yep, yeah, we got the sewer and your budget,
I'm gonna get revised, but.
so we got those two.
All right, guys, I'll see you.
Okay, thanks,
Have a
Jim.
good night.
Thanks.
So, animal control assessors, that article, and then whatever else the selectmen.
Which article? Oh, the Parks article, right.
Right,
Yeah,
and then we're just waiting for the selectmen's budget.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Once I get all these, okay, then I'm going to put them in the omnibus
Yep.
and print it. I'm not printing it again till we get final numbers.
Right.
Okay. So I don't even know if we should meet next week. What do you think?
All depends on what the selectmen do tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying, you
It's-
know.
That's a good point.
Do we have time to push it for 2 weeks? I mean, is there time in the
The
calendar?
17th, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, well, what day is it gonna be?
17th is the one.
The 17th?
Yep, 2 weeks from now.
Um,
Yep,
Because we're meeting with the selectmen the 27th.
yeah.
So
So-
if I can get all the information next week, get that all, because Karen can give me hers. We can
Yep.
talk about it, but I can, if I can get it in the omnibus book, you know what I'm saying, once you
Mhm,
give
yeah.
me the budget.
Yep.
Animal control, we can talk about right now. I'm not sure what she's gonna recommend. I know she was talked about, and it's not on here, and about backup, an assistant.
She wants to hire someone.
Yeah. But on her budget itself, okay, if she doesn't get in touch with us, last year it was $2,000 she expended. I will,
She knocked it down to what this year? Like something
1,000.
ridiculous, yeah.
so what I would do, I'm gonna make a note of it here, is I would recommend 2,500. I'm not gonna cut it to 1,000.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with the two. But okay.
You want two?
Well, no, I thought that's what you had mentioned.
Well, I had mentioned two, but
Mhm.
what do you think, Ray? 2 or 2,500?
Two's what she had last year.
What did I write?
Two's what she spent last year. My only concern with, two is the price of gas is going up a lot, so you might need to leave higher than two.
We can do 25.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so I'll write that here. So, animal control, 2,500 expense. I'm just saying, because if she doesn't come, you know, I'm not gonna cut it, because there's no way that. if-
I think she wants money in the budget to hire somebody.
Well, I understand, but it's
Yeah.
not in her budget,
No,
it's
I
an
understand.
article.
I'm not-
you
I'm
know?
with you.
It- And
Yeah.
we haven't got that even in front of us,
Right, exactly.
so.
Mhm.
This way here, even if she comes and says, well, I want 1,500, we're gonna say, no, it's gonna be 25. You can't
Yeah.
run your department.
Yeah.
You can't run the department on that, so.
Exactly.
Yep.
So anyways, back to where the date, what are you gonna have, what, now, we're not gonna know when you're gonna meet, so can I ask you, why do you, all right, so is Tuesdays gonna be your day now? Is that what it looks like?
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, so, our next meeting,
I am open for 17th, no
Okay.
problem.
17th for you,
That's fine.
okay?
At 3:30?
I got here fixed to 3:30.
Any, whatever time, I don't care. I just apologize.
No, you weren't, because in the minutes, the
I
minutes
know,
say
but
3:30.
I looked at the agenda earlier today to make sure there wasn't anything unusual on it, and I just totally went right over the 3:50. You did have it posted as 3:50.
I did.
Well, I wouldn't have known, so I saw Jim this morning, I said, all right, see you at 3:30, he goes, no, 3:15, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And he probably didn't.
That should be the
mention it.
worst thing that we ever do.
So we just sat here and waited. She went down, told them that you're not gonna be there because we
Yeah.
can't open the meeting without a quorum.
Yeah.
And we have to have 3 because our committee's 5. So. And this is, our reports, I'll just pass them down to you after. So our purchase service account, our expense account was $2,000.
Yep.
We paid the dues and I cut the check for you to go to school.
Okay.
But that's not in here yet. What's this? Hold on. I just did that today. She did it today, so that's not in here yet.
Okay.
And then I don't like this new reports from the new system. We have 20,000 left in our
Yeah.
transfer out account. You want to look at them? Because it should say 40, 20 expended, balance 20.
Mhm.
So I think Vadar said that they probably could do that, so, because,
Okay.
yeah, because the old way, the old system that I had, it would, on the second report there, Ray, it'd say original budget 40,
Yeah.
then it would say, and then they had a column for adjusted budget,
Yeah.
and should have said, would have shown 20, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then 20 would be the balance, but this doesn't do it, it just takes the original appropriation. and-
Okay.
Oh, Jim, what the hell you want now? Hello? No, I'm not, no. What door? Both doors? Both?
These two are
This,
Yeah.
that's the one that
What,
should be
Jeff, huh?
closed.
That's an understatement.
The odd couple.
Well,
Yes.
yep, we're getting done, we're wrapping it up, so, yep, bye. Goodbye. You still talking? Just making sure we lock the door. That's not the door that has to be open.
Yep.
Is it? The door by the selectman's office is not the door that has to be open.
Does any of them need to be open now?
Yes, because we're having a meeting. It's a public
Oh, I
hearing.
meant after, I
Right.
meant after our meeting.
No, we're leaving, so
Oh,
he
we
just
close
said
it.
to lock it.
Got it, okay.
That's not the door that has to be open.
Mhm.
This is the door.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Well, let me just give you a clue, Ray.
Okay.
All right, we didn't make, hold on. I want to make a motion to adjourn at 4:54.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.